Hi everyone. This tutorial is going to be on the basics of nail stamping. I've had a lot of people ask me about it. So first things first, I just want to talk about some of the different tools that are needed to do nail stamping. So first you need to have a stamping plate. These you can order online, off Amazon, off other companies. I have had a couple of different ones that I've used over the years. These ones are from Conad. I also have one like this that's from Beauty Big Bang. You really have to kind of experiment with them because some of them are not as good as others, I have found, but it's really trial and error. So in addition to having these stamping plates, you will need to have a actual stamper. I have a couple of different ones that I can show you. The first one that I ever got was this one from Conad. Just a little bit of rubber on the bottom. Another one that I got is this clear one. This comes out, as you can see, my fingernail actually went through it and messed it up, but it still works, but it gets very dirty compared to the pink one. And another more recent one I have is this one. So the general idea is that you put paint on the stamp, put the stamper on here and put on your finger, right? So the one last piece that you need related to this is a scraper. These come in a lot of different ways. I've received ones like this metal one, which I don't personally recommend or use because the metal on it scrapes against the plate and can scratch it. I like this kind of one where it's just plastic. There's also very, very thin little tiny pieces of plastic that some companies send you that I don't personally find are that great, so we're going to be using this one. Last thing as it relates to polish. So you'll see I already painted my nails. For this, I just used Olive and June's JLR. I already put that on the same way you would paint your nails regularly. You do have to let it dry completely. But when it comes to the polish that you use for the stamp, generally you need to get stamping polish. Regular polish does not always work. So there's different companies that create the stamping polish. The ones that I have are from Born Pretty. So right now I have a white and I have a black. They come in a whole bunch of different colors for when you start to get better at stamping and want to be more creative. For this one, I'm just going to use the white polish. But what I'm going to do is, now that my nails are dry, I think I'm going to go with this one right here, just sort of this squiggly line thing. Try to not have the glare on there. So you take your polish. You're gonna have to practice this a couple times. It can be kind of tough. And you're gonna swipe some of it over the stamp that you're using. And cover the entire thing, because then I'm taking the nail scraper and I'm just going to drag the polish down through the rest of the design. I know it's kind of hard to tell because it's white. Then I'm going to take one of my rubber stampers. Put it down on that. You can see, look, pattern's right there. And then pick your nail that you want it to go on. The whole reason that I like using this clear one is because I can see through it as I'm doing it. So if I decide, oh, this is how I want it right here. And then push it down all the way. And now we have a nail stamp. Now, couple of things to note about this. Some of the stamping plates, the engravings aren't super deep. And so when you go to pick up the stamp, the whole pattern won't always come up. And it's very, very frustrating, which is why I say you have to kind of do trial and error with which companies work for you. So you can look at this one. Most of it came up, but there's little spots that are missing. It's kind of hard to tell just because it's a thinner design. I also, as I said, I like using this clear one because if I'm using this one that's opaque and I can't see through and I have the stamp right here, when I go to put it on my nail, you're sort of guessing. You don't actually know for certain where it's going. And so if you want it in a very certain spot, it's better to be using a clear nail stamper that you can look through. The other thing related to this is that a lot of times you're going to get a lot of the stamping polish on your skin. So there's a couple things you can do. Some people like taking the latex polish paint that you can put on your skin around your nail, and then it gets all the polish all over it. You just peel it off. Fine. I have that. I don't like it as much because particularly with stamping, I find that honestly, you can use a piece of just Scotch tape and put that where the excess polish is on your skin, and it just comes right off. It comes off so easily. It's just easier to do that. Also, this is the really quick and easy way to clean the stamper. Look at it, all just comes off so fast. So rather than use nail polish remover on it, you just use a piece of tape. It's so simple, so simple. And then I normally wait a while before I put a top coat on because I don't want this to accidentally streak or smudge. So we'll do another one. Sometimes I clean off the plate in between, sometimes I don't. You kind of got to see what your plate likes and doesn't like. If it works really well, if you haven't cleaned it, then you should probably clean it off in between. You can just use nail polish remover for that. So again, we'll take the scraper, scrape the polish, take our stamper. You got to make sure you kind of press down hard and roll it so that you get the design right there. And then I will go ahead and again push and kind of roll. You can see where it is in my finger, but again, sort of messy. So just gonna take some tape. And this dries very quickly. I mean, it's pretty much already dry, except if I put a top coat on it, I know just from doing it in the past that it'll get streaky. Some people are really outstanding with using stampers. They can use all these crazy different colors, make all these awesome designs. I am not at that level, not at all. So yeah, that's really how you do it. So you would have to first go online, find some stamps that you like, order them, make sure you have all the different supplies, the stamper, the scraper, nail plates, special polish, and then you're good to go. Some companies send these in their bundles, so you can get all of it in one package. Some don't. Some are a bit cheaper than others. So like I said, if you buy a really cheap one to begin with, you might get frustrated because it might not work as well as others. I found that these Konad ones tend to work the best so far. I'm still getting used to the Beauty Big Bang, but so that's really it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. As always, subscribe to my new YouTube channel so you can watch as I put new tutorials up of the different things I'll be doing on my nails. Thanks, bye.